I totally agree. And the cherry on the cake for me, if we just to spoil things just a tiny bit, at the end of the movie, when Michael is talking to his former girlfriend, Kay, and trying to convince her after his very long absence to come back and marry him, and explaining to her why he's working for his father now. And he says he's like any other powerful man, like a senator or a
It's a
president.
good line.
She turns to him and says, "Senators and presidents don't kill people, Michael." And he looks her dead in the eye and said, "Who's the naive one now?"
Right. Yeah.
Because they 100% do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's disturbing, but it's odd to me because like the cultural framing changes the way that people think about stuff. And it's very easy for people to accept. It's actually it's even weirder to me because it's super easy for anybody to accept that there is a mafia don because we're aware that these people exist, right? Like we know that some of these people existed, a lot of these people existed, still exist, right? Like we know that. So it's very easy to accept the idea that there's some head of a crime organization who's having people killed, right? That's easy to accept. It's also relatively easy for people to accept that that person could bribe and pay off police officers and judges, right? I mean, we're my wife and I've been going through. I think we talked about this last time. We've been going through the Netflix MCU stuff, and so we just finished Daredevil season 3, which overall is really good. The entire run of Daredevil is really, really good. But the whole thing of Daredevil season 3 is that Wilson Fisk owns every single politician and judge and FBI agents, and he has done such a good job building a network of legal protection via bribes and getting blackmail and things like that he now is basically untouchable. Like literally the FBI will not take him down because the FBI, he's got core FBI agents in his pocket. And we'll accept that that is a thing that happens. And yet somehow if you make the leap to, yeah, and by the way, like American politicians have probably had people murdered, too far, right? We can't talk about that.
Can't say that.
Like that's conspiracy theory.
It's conspiracy theory territory immediately.
You're going to get deplatformed, Sean.
Right. Well, and the funny thing too is going back in the history of all this stuff. I mean, like a lot of early American politicians. I used to have a band that the name of the band was Boss Tweed, based on William Tweed, who was a New York. He was the Tammany machine, political machine. He was the head of the Tammany machine in New York, which was a late 1800s, early 1900s political machine. He was a politician and a mob boss, and he definitely had people killed a lot. And I mean, it's like it exists. And it's weird that we are always so okay to tolerate it historically. We're okay to tolerate it in small doses. Like it's okay. A corrupt cop, okay, sure. But like a corrupt president? No, that couldn't be. A corrupt, senator? No, we couldn't possibly accept something like that. It's very weird to me.
It is very weird that we accept this idea in theory and in small scale, but not in actuality.
It's like it's so shocking to people to even consider that idea. I love that scene with Kay.
Humans in the government have ulterior motives. What?
Right. Yeah. I don't know.